So I'm trying out another new apparatus today, and we're going to see how it goes. A little paddleboard between the squalls, the storms coming in, into a place that I have never paddleboarded before, because this place is super fickle with tides. The low tide is almost completely dry, and we're going on almost peak high tide right now. So I figured, why the heck not, man? Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, yeah, just want to get some paddleboarding in, a little bit of practice. There is an event coming up that I may or may not want to do. So, either way, I thought it'd be cool to get out and stream a little bit. Stream and practice a little bit and check out how I got this thing set up. This crazy apparatus set up. And it is indeed an apparatus. It is indeed an apparatus. You get a little bit of paddling in. Oh, I don't have the chest. That's why it's pulling. I don't have the chest strap on. All right. We can get this guy plugged in. It might help a bit. Why is it so? Some of them feel right. Oh, super high on this side. That's what it is. Yeah. So, we get a nice little visual for you guys. Yeah, this is a waterway that basically is only opened up during high tide. So I want to do a loop around it while the tide is high. I've been wanting to do this for over a year. And I was like, you know what? It rains in the forecast for today and tomorrow. And it may even rain on us. I don't know. If it does, you know. Hopefully I'm set up for the rain. Or if we're following in. We'll take a little quick tour here of the coastline. I'm fond of doing coastline tours. I think they're cool. Checking it out from this vantage point that we don't necessarily get to see all the time. Maybe some cool wildlife on the way. That would be neat. The most neat, some dude up here is fishing. And we may even do a bridge later on. So we're just gonna see how long we can go. If it cuts out, it's because either loss of connection or loss of battery. Here we got some type of outflow on some pipe. Watershed, drainage, sewer, who knows? Maybe all the above. All the above. So there is this kind of event coming up that I may be interested in. I may try to ask for it off a couple of days. At the end of the month, there's a contest at a beach, but it's not like your normal surfing contest, by no means. It is a contest for paddle sports, kayakers. I think sup Sasquatch, where it's like a big sup, you get 4 people on. Those I don't even know the names of them, which I feel terrible about. So these surf boats, I think there's an outrigger division, but the main thing is like surf kayaks, and they have one category of sup surfing, which I haven't competed in a surf competition in, oh my gosh, 20 20 years, 21 years. The last one I competed in was my very last one because I won it. I competed for quite a few, you know, years off and on, maybe about 8 years or something. I think I competed for off and on, and then when I finally won one, like not the heat, but won the whole event, longboard, that was it. I was done. That was cross it off my bucket list. But that was back when I was prone surfing. Now that I got into the paddleboard surfing, it's a totally different thing, man. Totally different thing. But you're still surfing. So I mean, it's kind of the same, but it wouldn't be the same because it's not a surf contest, it's a paddle contest. So you do have this paddle in your hand and you're standing up on your board. It's all about the paddle part about it. So just to get out and paddle a bit, to train a little bit, balance. It's good for the legs. Really good core workout. Thing is that on, like, let's say a super long period swell, that yeah, you'd be in the lineup waiting on prone surfing, just sitting on your board. Well, oh, there's something, little fish. You get some isometric workout while you're just waiting on the swell on the paddleboard. You're still kind of standing and balancing and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, this guy's waiting for me to go by so he can cast his, what's he got there? Looks like a spoon, man. Big old spoon. All right, what are you going after? Salmon. Salmon, really? They're in here? Oh, yeah. Wow, man. Yeah, they come in to feed. Hear that, guys? Salmon feeding. He's salmon fishing. Right on. We're live streaming.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, right on. Well, good luck, man. Have you caught anything yet?
A couple of small ones.
Cool. Cool. Going after the salmon he is, right? That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. So yeah, we're gonna do a loop around here. Yeah, I wonder if they make it up this little waterfall up here. This is not really a waterfall, it's more like a water break. Going after salmon. See the size of that spoon he had? That thing was big, man. That thing was big. And I kind of wish chat was in here. I wish the chat was happening. I don't know if it's going to be pulled into this live 4 or not. I don't know. Or if anybody's watching at all. My few subs, or not even subs, 0 subs, a couple of followers. The few. The fabulous few. You guys are fabulous out there. Fabulous. Now, you guys are great. If you're watching this. And if you're not watching this, you're great also. Like creation, just life in itself is great, you know? It is. Tis it is. Yes. Maybe I could turn this, how can I turn that the other way? You turn it the other way, maybe the channel, I don't know. I just don't know. I figured chat would come in somewhere or another. But anyhow, we'll carry on. We will carry on. So we're probably going down current, downstream, all that stuff right now, and be a little bit more of a workout coming back up the other side, but what the heck, man. Let's see. See, we get these notifications. Oh, that's funny. That'd be funny. Well, if there's some chat, I hope it pops up. I hope it does. Maybe I'll try to orientate the cam or the phone just a bit more while we coast. Get a good coast going on here first. Let's get a good coast going. You guys can take in the scenery if that's a good angle. And yeah. Coming live at the secret spot. The very secret spot. Not too many people know of this spot, except for the thousands of cars that pass this place every day. But besides that, or the people who live here, which there's a bunch that live here. But besides those two things, it's very secret. Yeah. Secret fishing hole for salmon, apparently. Alright, we're coming up on the breakwater, or it's not really breakwater, overflow. Overflow. Let's call it the overflow. And, oh my goodness, I got that so tight on there. No, that's just not going to happen. Whoa! Whoa! This ought to be pretty interesting. See if we can handle it. See if we can get like an eddy surfing thing happening here. We got gates. I don't know if that means to keep out or keep in. I don't know. But we can find out. We can find out. So that might be a, I doubt that's for salmon. It's pretty interesting. Oh, there may be some salmon out here. I hear there are. I hear there's salmon. That's what the seagull's after. Yeah, look, it's a little bit of funkiness going on here. Let's check it out. Pretty cool right here, huh? Neat view. Neat little view. Try not to fall in. That would be key. What? Is the sun popping out? No way. No way. Oh, I should have worn my polarized shades, man, but who would have thunk that the sun was going to pop out on such a rainy day here in the Pacific Northwest, because it never rains up here. I wonder if the batteries can go for an hour. I think they did just on the phone, but now I'm taxing the phone a little bit more with this setup. Just a bit. I've often seen quite a few bird watchers come to this little part of the sound. I know there's some kind of stagnant water right through here. I know there's some osprey nest here and some eagle nest. Looks like something was bedding down right here too. I bet the deer, there's quite a bit of deer here also. I actually caught a deer crossing the road at a red light, and it was the craziest thing. I just happened to catch it on camera. I think it was on my Instagram way back in the beginning when I started, where literally the deer was at the crossroads, right at the intersection, and he was just standing there, and then it like turned, the lights turned red, stopped the traffic the way he was going, and then he literally like crossed the street right at the crosswalk. It was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I ought to go back and find that little clip and try to make a meme out of it, dude, because it's pretty classic, I must say. Or if any of you cats are savvy enough to go actually find it, you're more than welcome to meme it. So back in the day, this used to be an industrial inlet for logs or wood or something, I would imagine. Guess that's why these posts are here. There was some type of big mill over there. Since been shut down. What happened to our industrial revolution and growth? Oh, we moved somewhere else. Now we buy everybody else's junk. Yep. As a matter of fact, there's not one thing American made that I'm using right now. Isn't that crazy? Crazy to think, like this board totally came out of the States. The fins, the screws, the nuts, the paddle. The paddle, maybe. The paddle, maybe, I'm not real sure. Maybe assembled, but I don't think the parts are actually made. That one, perhaps, but the phone, camera, all the other stuff. The wetsuit, flip-flops, all that stuff. The only thing that was made in America is me. That I know of, anyhow. There's a fly on my knee. This would probably be a pretty good trolling speed, I would imagine. But I guess this water, even though it looks kind of funky, would be fairly clean enough to eat out of because of how much the water moves around here. But in the sound area, just recently, they had 4 to half a dozen beaches closed because of contamination. Big sewage leak up there in the big S town. And yeah, it had a bunch of poop floating everywhere, so they closed some beaches. You just get this many people in a condensed spot by the seacoast, and you know, if you think about how much water just one person uses a day, how much waste one person creates a day, how much garbage one person creates a day, and then multiply that exponentially. But you know, if you just take it away, if it's out of sight, out of mind, people don't think about it. It's like a major deal, man. It's a major deal. You know, in these low-lying areas, man, that's why I've never been in a place that had so many porta potties. This place has just got porta potties everywhere. Because of the regulations, they just can't run the sewer lines. And probably a good thing, because if they did run the sewer lines without them being regulated, they'd probably just overflow and spill right back into the water. So at least they're fairly conscious of it. But what can you do, man? I mean, you got to just... what can you do? Get on your paddleboard and hope you don't fall in. That's what you can do. Yeah, well, we're going in the wind like I thought it'd be a little bit more, but struggle. We're kind of here in the stagnant edge. Around this corner, we're going to get into some wind. It's all right. Which is all right. Just more resistance training. Yeah, I think it was a good choice. Be able to get out of this without getting too terribly wet, which would be nice. Just drive the board off a little bit. Hopefully not fall in. That wouldn't be very fun. If the sun pops out, which is really trying to, but look at that sky, man. Look at that sky. Oh, here's a bunch of cormorants. Either cormorants or anhingas. I'm not sure which one they have up here, but I know that's the family of them. The sailboat I once had and lived on was named Anhinga. 27-foot hunter sloop. My first house on the water. And truth be known, I'm kind of throwing around the idea maybe doing it again here towards the other end of my life. That was when I was young. Now I'm not as young. But you know, van life is cool and all. It's not like my choice. Like if I got a boat, that would definitely be like a choice. Well, I can't say it wasn't a choice. It was a choice. It was just like a choice to live within my means. It was like, what choice do I want to have? To spend money and live in a box? Which sometimes would be kind of nice, man. It would be nice to have a computer and electricity and, you know, all those like little luxuries of life that make things easier that a lot of people take for granted. You know, that'd be nice. I wonder if the fins are going to hit that log. I scared away the anhingas. But the van isn't too bad, you know. And if I did have like a big computer and screen and spend a bunch of money in the box, I would, and you know, spend a bunch on rent, I would feel obligated to sit in that box. But that just bugs me, man. Like it always has. Rent has always bugged me like crazy. Not to dwell on money. Ooh, I just hear a stump. Or anything like that. But I like to live within my means and be as free as possible. Oh, that one's picking up. I was thinking of trying to kite a little bit, but kite with the board a little bit, like board kiting at the park. I figured with this rain it'd be kind of wet and mushy, and maybe the wind would dry it out some now. I can see the preview and all. But I can't see if there's any chat in this thing because it's taking up the whole screen. I really want to change that. But I got this thing locked down friggin' tight, yo. So tight. So very, very tight. Well, I guess that kind of does it a little bit. I guess I can go with that. Yeah, we're getting blown backwards here. Blown backwards. Oh, there might be something coming in. Maybe a squall coming in. Maybe it'll pass us to the west. Egrets and some storks, and looks like we have some wood ducks, perhaps, or mallards, coots. Looks like a goose, honker, geese, geeses. They like this type of stuff. They're on the lee of the island, the lee of the wind, maybe. Coming around the corner. Around the corner. Aye. Yeah, you can definitely see that squall line over there. There's rain over there. Let's hope that it holds back just for maybe 20-30 more minutes or so. It'd be nice. Get around here. You never know how fast these things move. Squall lines can catch you. And they usually do in just the most optimum situation for gnarliness. And sometimes they don't. As I said on my little Inhinga, a little hunter sloop, I was down in Key West. I had some vacation from work, so I wanted to go to the Grand Tortugas, which is the next little island chain if you follow the Keys all the way down. And I looked at the radar, checked the weather, and storm did pass, and it said behind that was killer, like great sailing. So away I went. And don't think Key West is the last little key. There's a couple other ones past it, but they're not like manned or anything. Because they kind of go to the west a little bit. But yeah, so I get around this place called the Marquesas. I happen to look up, and in the sky is a steamroller cloud coming right at me, and that's exactly what it looked like. A big, you know, dark gray, just like a roller, like you'd roll dough out with, was coming right at me. I was like, what the? Hey man, I tried. By the time the thing hit so fast, I was trying to reef the sails because I was underway, and then there was these shoals, a shallow area off to me port side, and man, that thing hit me so hard and it came so fast I didn't have time to do nothing, man. It hit my mainsail, it ripped my sails, it dragged me across those shoals, which were super, like, basically sandbars. I threw some hooks out, and so it listed the boat over sideways enough that inside my battery bank, and it was bouncing around at the silly little strap. So here's a life hack, dude. If you ever got straps on batteries, make sure they're in really good condition, because what happened with me is that those straps broke, and one battery literally bounced off and hit the other battery and started an electrical fire on board. That was a mess, but I got that put out. The rains hit, the winds were blowing, called the Coast Guard, and that squall that was not supposed to come was so gnarly. I did get a boat to repeat my SOS signal to the Coast Guard. They sent out a cutter to come get me. That cutter got shipwrecked, and before they could come save me, they had to save themselves. So they saved themselves first, then they called out a private vessel to come rescue me. The private vessel came out the next day and found me. I was kind of full. The tide came up a little bit. I'm in like this little tidal pool in the middle of all this like underwater sandbars, and yeah, it was crazy. So anyhow, they basically were gonna just like pull me in, you know, tow the boat back all the way back to Key West. Whoa, I can't make that. I can't make that. That was just a bit too shallow. I thought I could. Back pedal, back pedal. So yeah. So that was pretty interesting. That was pretty interesting. Oh, to finish the story up, yeah. So they're towing me back, right? And the seas were actually big. They were like big rolling swells from the storm still in effect, even though it was kind of sunny. And there were all kinds of sandbars. So they're towing me with this, you know, right off my the deck cleat there. And we were counterintuitive to each other in the wave, in the swell up and down. Wow, this is some heavy current out here. So we're in the Puget Sound. Yay! Usually it's nice and calm and glassy out here, but it's not right now. So I'm going to turn around, go back in the middle of the water. So while that boat's going up a wave, I was coming down a wave, and it'd be slack. But what ended up happening is a wave came in, like I dropped in on a wave. The waves were moving faster than the guy was pulling me, right? So this wave, and we were going straight down swell. So I dropped in on this wave, it came over, and literally the lip of the wave crashed in the cockpit where I was. Oh, and through when I was getting drug everywhere, the cables on my steering wheel broke, so I had to use the emergency rudder. While using the emergency rudder, mind you, this wave came down and hit me, jolted the boat like sideways. The guy who was pulling me, like, that jerked from that direction while the boat was like getting jerked with the wave the other direction. He ripped out the cleat on the deck straight out of, just ripped it off of the bow. The emergency tiller that I was holding on to literally snapped, dude. It snapped. So I was left with like this, instead of leverage on the tiller, this short little spit of wood to hold on to guide the boat. And then after that, there was nothing really that guy could tie off to pull anymore. I mean, he could have gone off like a front stanchion or something, but it would just rip that to shreds. So he just went on his merry way, and I had to basically fend for myself the rest of the way back, which was a long way, but I made it. And then he ended up charging me full price for all of that. It's kind of nuts. Wasn't too stoked for that. Do we have time to go through here? Maybe. You know what? I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this way. So there you have it. There's a tall tale. Tall tale for you nice folks out there. I hope you enjoyed that. And that happened. Oh goodness. When was that? When was that? Early 90s it was. Yes, the early 90s. Crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. Crazy. Crazy for feeling so blue. Oh, hold on. I think I see there's somebody in the chat. See that? No, nobody is chatting. Nobody here. Yeah. I've always wanted to come up this way. Let's see who's where. Summer place. That's a big old boat. Big old boat right there. Misty Christie. These boathouses are a big deal, man. They are. They're cool though. I don't know about other parts of the country, but they sell them here as on real estate. You can literally look on real estate websites and get you a boathouse. I guess because it has house attached to it. Real estate is property, but you really own it. Stop paying taxes and see what happens. Yep. Had 10 acres in New Mexico, and the ex was like, oh yeah, I've been paying property tax on there. Then we get this letter. Oh yeah, you owe back taxes for the last 3 years or whatever it was, and it's going up for auction. But that we got that right at the time of the divorce. It was like, well, whatever. I mean, fight over that. She got everything anyhow, so whatever. Life goes on. Life goes on. Rhubarb. Where do people come up with names for their vessels? That's a nice one. I don't know the name of it. That can't see it. It just hit me paddle on some metal, some pointy metal stuff. I hope it's okay. Sorry. Sorry, Kaizen. Kaizen. They must have dredged this. It's pretty deep here, because I know, man, this thing gets shallow. It is shallow. Shallow caster. And that's that. I think we probably ought to maybe we should I try to go for it? Yeah, let's go for it. What the heck? Why not, dude? Dun, 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 dun. Duck. Duck can make it. Jackie Jane. Boston whaler. Good boat. Nice bait. Built boat. Sups are, I think, one of the coolest boats out there, though. So simple and easy. Not necessarily regulated as of yet, but it's alright. But it's alright. It's okay. Some tunes would be cool, man. Now, to come up with some waterproof tunage would be pretty rad. Pretty rad. Maybe I can find like a waterproof, like Bluetooth speaker, or just a waterproof speaker you can stick a SD card or something in. That'd be rad. Listen to some tunes. Paddleboarding. Or even yet, paddleboard surfing, streaming, and listening to tunes. How rad would that be, huh? That'd be pretty rad. Whoa, who do we got on here? Steve Clark. They have it, dude. Oh, he's listening. What's up, yo? What's up? Slack? Captain Slack? Yeah. How you doing, bro? What are you saying here? They got tunes to swim. Oh, all right. Yeah. I just passed some dude fishing down here, dude. He was fishing for salmon. When are you gonna come out and salmon fish, bro? I'll come salmon fish with you. Go catch some of this cold water surf, bro. Let's say, yo, Slack loves. Love you too, man. Yep. Maybe one day we can make it happen, dude. I know life's a struggle. We're all struggling though. But your last little trip, dude, I enjoyed watching those pictures you took, dude. That looked fantastic with the family. Unbelievable. So I've been going fishing a lot with your boat too, man. I'm down. I'm down. Yep. Yeah, so I may or may not be training for maybe to do this contest. I don't know. But honestly, I've seen a lot of people out here who sup surf, and you know, they may catch a lot of waves. They're kind of on big boards, but they're wave riders. They drop in and they just ride the wave. They're not necessarily my category of surfing. They're not surfing the wave. Dude, I'll come soon. Where are you paddling? I'm going back to the van. Can you see it out there? I'm just training, dude. Honestly, I just got off work, and we're in between like squalls right now, and the sun kind of came out. So yeah, I just wanted to get wet, bro. This little, you know what? This is Mama might know this place, Chambers Bay. I'll say that. She'll know where that is. And now everybody else in the world will too, so. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I've been wanting to paddle this just to go around and check it out for a while, because if you catch it on low tide, dude, it's like totally dried up. It's crazy, like the tide, the further away you get from the ocean, gets more severe. I guess because of the push and pull, but towards the extremities of the sound, the tide gets like gnarly. Honestly, bro, there's 14-foot tides here, and probably even more than that when it gets like full moon time. It's crazy. And then on the straits, it's like maybe 8-ish, 10 feet, 8 to 10 feet somewhere, and then a little bit less than that once you get on the coast. Less than that. But yeah, just kind of, how long I've been doing this? 47 minutes, little 47-minute paddle. Kind of want to do the full-on hour, but it's all good. Can you hear me all right, dude? How's the audio sound, bro? Hear me okay on this crazy device I got happening here? Hands-free live streaming, dude. I think I was the first ever to solo live stream surfing this last weekend, even though the conditions were kind of crappy, and I didn't use the setup I have now. I just used my phone. It was kind of weird, but I don't think it looked quite as good. The audio was good. Hello. Oh, so hey, is that coming in that way too? Oh, it is. Sweet. All right, cool. So I can have the orientation like that. I can see it way better. I didn't know if anybody was coming in to chat earlier. Just out here, just clogging up the airways with this silliness for no apparent reason, but I don't know, man. I'm kind of drawn to live streaming. I like the rawness of it, the organicness of it. Just kind of got burnt out on doing videos. This is video in the making, man, happening right now, right in this moment. Look at the seawall, dude. So there's this type of phenomena that happens when they do landfill like this, and they make these seawalls. When it gets super saturated, it turns into like liquid land. It's pretty crazy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, what's going on here? I gotta read this. She knows, oh yeah, she knows that place. And that's awesome. Oh, sweet. Well, tell her I said hi, man. Hope everything's going good. Hope she's doing good with the keto. Got to keep that keto happening, man. I kind of slacked a little bit on it myself. Not because it's hard, just because, whoa, dude, there's like, holy crap. Oh, sorry, Lord, forgive me. I just went over like piling. I didn't even see him, dude. If they would have caught my fins, it would have been splash time. You guys would like that. That'd have been some good content right there, huh? Me eating it. Liquid land, yeah, that's it, bro. That's it. Yeah, and they said that could happen here, especially up in S-Town, big time. So a lot of that was built all on landfill. Yep. Well, cool, dude. I didn't know if I was going to get rained on or not. Kind of want to go a little bit more, but this is just protected in here. No, I haven't got my fishing license, and I haven't done any of that kind of stuff, man. As a matter of fact, before I bounced out from Texas, bro, I gave a dude I worked with, or said I was going to sell him. He never paid me for it. I really didn't care. All my fishing gear, I didn't have room for it anyhow, dude. And 57 square feet, man, you better pick and choose the things you're going to carry or not. But what I did keep, though, dude, is like that crazy braided line. This, I forget what they even call it, but like I still got like a hand yo-yo, dude, with like 70-pound test. I haven't used it yet. And then like a little tiny yo-yo, dude. Not like the yo-yos we put in trees, like the old hand line yo-yo. You know what I'm talking about. I thought that'd be pretty rad to maybe fish with that. Old school, man. Old school. Just off of, you know, not really casting. You can cast them a little bit. But no, haven't fished at all, even though fishing's big time out here. Yeah. I know that road. Some little crabbies floating on top of the water, but the salmon love that, dude. You guys want to see those little crabs? Look at these little things. Let's see if I can get one. They're cool looking. That'd be great bait, dude. These might be just the shells. Now the sun's glaring on the water. I can't see him. There's one. Come here, Mr. Krabs. Come here, Mr. Krabs. If you guys can see Mr. Krabs here. Give you some Mr. Krabs content if I can get down. Oh, me old bones. Me old bones. He's coming up. Is he still alive? You see that little guy's still alive right here? You see him? Look at that guy. Hey, little guy. Yeah. Got the Kaizen paddle. Yeah, we'll let him go. I don't know if he's alive or not, dude. I'm getting blown into the seawall. No, but probably giving a little bit more time, dude. I'm kind of throwing around an idea, maybe getting a boat, so like I have like a legit place to live, or an address, or just not be a vagabond anymore. A van lifer, a modern day gypsy, just some old man, old creeper who lives in his van or whatever. Oh, dude, a seal. See the seal right there? Bloop. Oh, dude. Cool, we're getting in some wildlife now. He was staring at me. See if he'll pop up again. Bait? Yeah, that would be good bait. That's what I was thinking. Talking about all this fishing. Where'd the seal go? Just seen him. I don't know if you guys can catch him because of the fisheye lens. But yeah, dude, I may get into fishing a little bit if I'm kind of looking into a small little sailboat, dude. Actually, the one I'm really looking at, which I think is friggin' awesome, there's a couple in Florida. Maybe you could sail one up to me, dude. I dig it. It's a Pacific Seacraft Flicka 20. Check that one out, dude. Tell me if you think that's a rad little boat or not. 8-foot beam. I know it's a little short, 5'11" headroom, but it's got a bow sprit, dude, and that little boat's, I guess, in the top. Some yachting journal, whatever, named it one of the best boats, like the best boat in its class, sailing boat of all times, you know. But it's the Pacific Seacraft Flicka 20, dude. Sweet little boat. Oh, I missed that. I missed that last one. What did it say? Hanging with my bro, so stoked. Oh, sweet, bro. Yeah, he's a paddleboarder, dude. Check out. I don't know if you guys. Yeah, I'm on the Hyper Nut, yo. Tell him the Hyper Nut. I know he's a supper, dude. I would. Let's go. Let's go. You know how long that would take, dude? to get a 20-footer from there to here, like you'd have to go through the canal, and I don't think you could go up the coast, man. I think you gotta, if you wanted to catch the trades and everything, you'd have to like go to Hawaii and then bounce up. That'd be nuts in a 20-footer, dude. It'd take you like months, but that, you pack the family up and do it. That'd be sweet. Or at least Will, or both of them should go. That'd be way better. You could get more learning off that than any school could provide. That'd be awesome. And Mama too. It'd be kind of tight though for 4. I think you and 2 kids would be pretty good, or just you and Mama would be good too. Just for a couple would be great. 4 would be tiny on a 20-foot boat. Actually, the water length is 18, I think. The boat's 20 and 24 altogether. But it's a tough little booger, dude. Full keel. And they made a couple different designs. They made one with a little, like a 10-horse, I think a twin-cylinder Yanmar 10-horse, which I'm not too stoked on. I'd rather have an outboard on a boat like that, just to have the space inside and not have all that nasty engine inside the cockpit. But anywho, we're back to Enoch the van, and we've been going, did I make my hour? Oh, pretty darn close. Make me hour. 56 minutes and 41 seconds. So that was sweet. I'll give it a little bit of time to dry out. Yeah, you can tell somebody likes to fish here. There's their fishing pole holder. Does your bro still have his sailboat? Alright. Well, sun's out and the wind is blowing, so that may produce some good drying conditions. We'll just set that there. Set that there for a second. And I didn't fall in, so I'm going to call that a success. Here comes Amtrak over that cool little bridge we attempted to go over, and it looks like that was good timing because the squall is coming in. That being said, yeah guys, I'm going to end this now. If you're hanging out, Slack, good talking to you, brother. Anybody else out there in virtual land, hope everybody's doing great and having a good day. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out.